Hi everyone, I'm Mona and welcome to my YouTube channel. On this video, it's all about the love goddess herself, Rita Hayworth, and 3 of her favorite fragrances that she wore in her life. Now, Rita Hayworth is probably one of my all-time favorite actresses, and in my opinion, probably the most beautiful or one of the most beautiful women to ever grace the silver screen. And she was coined the love goddess in the 1940s because of her beauty, her talent, and her sensuality. Um, she was a Libra, and like most Libras, um, loved and collected perfume. And she really had a massive collection, I read. Um, and today I'm going to talk about 3 of those fragrances. The first one is probably the best rose fragrance ever created, and it is Shocking by Schiaparelli. This was released in 1937 by the house of Schiaparelli, and Elsa Schiaparelli was known to be Coco Chanel's rival, but she was different than Coco. She was more avant-garde, and her designs were very eccentric, to say the least. And her first fragrance, released in 1937, was kind of reflecting that. I think that's why she named it Shocking as well. The bottle, as you could see, is like like a woman's shape, and this was known to be Mae West's actual shape. Um, this, like I said, is probably the best rose fragrance ever created, hands down. And I want to read you the notes so you can get a better feel of this perfume. The top notes are bergamot, aldehydes, and tarragon. The heart notes, we have honey, rose, and narcissus. And at the base, there's clove, civet, and chypre. Now, you guys, this is probably the most sexy perfume ever created. I don't really talk about it on my channel. It's so expensive and hard to get these days, even on eBay, that I cherish this eau de cologne bottle. It's a 2-ounce bottle. But every time I put on this perfume, people literally turn their heads. You could see the impact it has on people, but it's so soft, you know? It's rose, civet, and honey blended so perfectly that it's just out of this world. There's never been any fragrance that's come close to this that I've experienced, and I can definitely see why Rita Hayworth loved this perfume. And it was created by Jean Carles, who, in my opinion, was probably the best nose of his time. And the second one was also created by Jean Carles a few years earlier, and it is Taboo by the House of Dana. Now, I've mentioned this many times before. It's one of my signatures for the winter time. This is a very sexy oriental amber chypre civet fragrance that has a cult following to this day. And the modern formulation is actually not bad, but here I have a 1940s bottle that is definitely a little bit skankier and just stronger, in my opinion, because of the real raw animal notes at the base. But she also wore this, and I could see that because most people that love Taboo also love Shocking, because it is, you know, from the same nose. And definitely I could see Rita Hayworth loving Shocking and Taboo by Jean Carles. And the third fragrance we're going to talk about is probably my number one perfume of all time, and it is Arpeggio by the House of Lanvin. And this was released in 1927. It's a floral aldehydic fragrance that people compare to Chanel number 5, but I would say this is a warmer, just better version of number 5 in my opinion. And I noticed all these amazing actresses really loved Arpege, and it was known to be the most famous perfume of its time. And I'm so glad to have it in my life for, I would say, almost 20 years now. And this is Arpege by the House of Lanvin. And another perfume that I don't have, unfortunately, that she loved and wore was Shalimar by the House of Guerlain. Now, we all know Shalimar. It's a very oriental, ambery, leather civet perfume that also has a cult following, but I personally don't wear, so I'm not going to share that with you. But yeah, those are the 3 perfumes she loved and adored. I dedicate this video to all of her fans and to Rita Hayworth, of course, herself. If this is your first time here visiting, feel free to subscribe, like, and share. And I will see you in my next video to come very soon. Thank you, and bye-bye.